let's have a look at a generic guard development drill we call a crossover. There's a lot more to it, but we'll break it down for you. But it's a really important drill to be able to recover a leg that's trapped and use one leg to defend both sides. So let's have a look at how this works. So my partner David's laying down here. I'm in his guard, and the first thing we're going to do is our basic single leg guard pass, which is not a problem for David until this leg goes 90 degrees or beyond, because right now there's no pressure. He can heavy leg me, stretch his leg out, make me lift all of his weight. But if this leg, once it gets past 90 degrees and becomes an acute angle, now he feels my weight. So that's when this drill comes in. He's going to chop me up with two hands, one on either side of the leg. So no matter how much weight, I put all of my weight on him here, his hands are taking that weight and not his legs. So he's taking the weight off of his hamstring, the stretch out of his hamstring and of his lower back. Right now, rather than use his flexibility, he's going to angle off here and cut off the top of my head so that that sucks right through there. So you see what he just did? So by angling out, almost like you're trying to do a triangle, get that cut. So he's chopping me up, he turns his angle, slices it off, requires no flexibility. My hands might be trapped behind the foot. I might pull them out, I should pull them out, but it wouldn't matter. And basically what he's done now is taken all the pressure off. He's got no pressure on his lower back anymore. But he's still got a problem in that this leg, his right leg, is jammed up. So it's not much use to him. So, and I'm going to pass around this way. So what he's going to do to unjam this leg, and that goes to the heart of what crossover is about. He wants to eventually free this leg up and bring it back into play. But in the meantime, as I'm coming around here, he's going to block me by crossing over, hence the name of the drill. He crosses over and he blocks me with that foot. He's got his left leg right in my hip, which stops me from coming around. Now I'm going to come the other way. Even though his other foot is still on the outside of my hip, this is a little bit easier pathway than this, which is controlling the distance and blocking me. So as we come around here, he blocks me with the left arm. That just buys him some time to get this foot, the one that's trapped, free. He can just pull it straight through and put his hook in. I just lift my leg, see he's got that hook in there, whether my knees are on the ground standing up, he's got his hook in. And now he just undoes the crossover. And that's it, and he's free. So he was all jammed up with pressure on his leg. He got relief by angling, slicing it off, but then his leg was jammed. He knew I was passing that way. He crossed over and then he undid it, which got that leg back into play. So let's do that again. So I'm stacking him up here, he chops me up, cuts it off. He crosses over the center line, blocks me there. He blocks as I'm coming here, frees up his left leg by putting his hook in, and undoes that crossover. And he's coped with all the problems, he's made them go away. Let's do that again. I've gone past 90 degrees, pressure off. Completely gone. He's got a new problem. I'm passing him around here. Crossover. I can't go that way. I come this way. It blocks me. Frees up his left leg by putting the hook in, and then undoes the crossover. Now all of that can take place in 1 or 2 seconds. It can be quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I first learned this, it was quite confusing because I was in Brazil and I was speaking another language and it was just all happening, and they almost taught it as like one technique. It was a flurry of limbs, and I was very confused. I think the penny dropped for me, and I became clearer on what that movement was about, which is a very fundamental. Almost every competent Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner does that at some point in the game. It became clear to me when I thought of it like this: when one leg is killed or restricted in movement, you use the other leg to defend. So if David was laying down, and I just killed that leg on the ground and I started walking around there, that leg crosses over to deal with it. Now in dealing with that, I have to let go of the other one and it comes back into the game and then that comes back. So that's why we call it crossover. I thought of it like a tennis court. If I fell over, I've got my partner playing doubles tennis. Not that it works this way, but if I fell over, he'd come onto my side of the court and keep whacking those balls until I got my act together and got back in there. So there are plenty of times in the game where one of your legs is effectively jammed up or killed or immobilized, your other leg should be able to cross over and defend the side until you can get that leg back into play. So you can look at it a few ways. That's the way I look at it. The first way I looked at it was just as a counter, albeit quite complicated, to a single leg guard pass. But there's much more in it than that. It's a real philosophy. If one thing's jammed, use all your other resources until you can get that thing back into play.
And you'll see it from different types of guard. You'll see it from if I'm playing a butterfly guard and John gets around my hooks and gets off my hooks and he's starting to come here, I'll use it exactly the same move to stop him. You'll see it from if John is passing standing and he leg drags my leg, pulls me up to one side and he's coming down on me. I'll use it to stop him. It's very, very common.
So work on that. Start slowly. It will really help if your partner on top is really relaxed and really soft, allowing you to kind of get that al dente spaghetti feeling with your legs. So you don't want to be all stiff with it. The softer you are, the better it will be. So if I'm down here, David's really kind of relaxed. He's pushing forward, through, over, block, back. And the more relaxed my partner is, then the more relaxed I become. And this is a really one of those movements that it kind of will start to fail if you stay all stiff. So be really relaxed and chilled out with it. Yeah, okay. It's a big